Hello everyone, intuitive and astrologer Lisa Salvatore here to talk to you about the Pisces new moon that closes out the month of February, occurring on February 27th. Before we get started, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and be sure to smash that bell icon, as one, you will be notified of all new uploads, and two, it really does help to support my work and help me to grow my channel. To all of my existing subscribers, thank you so much. It is so lovely to have you back here, and welcome to all of my new subscribers. You can find all of my links in the description box below, including membership options for deeper insights, weekly and monthly. I also have private sessions. I believe right now I have a few sessions left for the month of April. And again, you can find all of that by clicking on my website in the description box below. The Pisces new moon takes place on February 27th at 9 degrees and 40 minutes of Pisces. We will go quickly through the signs and I will pull up the chart, but I have a lot to say about this new moon. First off, it is the last new moon of this particular cycle, this astrological lunar cycle, as Pisces is the final sign of the zodiac and wraps up the energy. And then we will have a new moon in Aries, which is also a partial solar eclipse. That will be our next new moon. So we are starting the new astrological year, the new moon in Aries, and it's a solar eclipse, a partial solar eclipse. We are closing out this cycle with the new moon in Pisces, which now the north node is in Pisces, the south node is in Virgo, and we're about to start the eclipses on the Virgo Pisces axis with our full moon in March in the sign of Virgo, and it's also a lunar eclipse. Linked in the description box, I have a really detailed video on this nodal transition and what this can mean for you, for all of us. So be sure to check that out, linked in the description box below. So even though this new moon is not an eclipse, it does give us a taste into eclipse season, as the next round of eclipses, the next series of eclipses are going to be falling in Virgo and Pisces. The north node is currently in Pisces and the south node is currently in Virgo. I really like this new moon. There is some really nice astrology surrounding it. There's a lot of Pisces energy. There's a lot of hopeful energy. There's a lot of kind, empathetic, compassionate energy. It's also very dreamy, very creative, very poetic. This new moon takes place at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time at 9 degrees and 40 minutes of Pisces. It is in what we call the first decan of Pisces, which is the first third. So it's very Piscean. All of the Pisces traits and qualities are super amplified under this new moon. It is a new moon, so it is about reflecting on the new manifestation, what we would like to bring in. And this new moon does carry with it some auspicious energy. It's a nice one to work with. The tarot card associated with this degree of Pisces, with this decan of Pisces, is the Eight of Cups. Cups are going to always talk about our emotion, our emotional world, our emotional well-being, our emotional health. The Eight of Cups does speak to a time period where we could be very focused on what we are leaving behind emotionally. But this doesn't have to be a negative thing. In order for us to move forward towards our hopes, our dreams, our wishes, our future, we often do have to leave something behind, someone behind. And it may not be physical, it could be emotional, an emotional situation that has been draining you. It's time to push the pedal to the metal and move ahead. So even though the Eight of Cups does generally connotate an ending of sorts, I actually do feel that this is a positive ending. This is a step in the right direction, even if it feels a little bit emotionally draining, because there's always a shadow side to everything. And under this new moon, even though there's a lot of good attached to it, we could also be feeling really tired, really depleted psychically, spiritually, physically. Even more so if you're mutable, which is Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and even more so if any of your points or placements fall between 7 and 11 degrees of any of our mutable signs, which again are Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, and Sagittarius. So yes, while this is not an eclipse, it does carry with it strong energies of change and destiny, as the north node is in Pisces now. And the next series of eclipses will occur in Pisces and Virgo. The Sabian symbol for 10 degrees of Pisces is an aviator in the clouds. I have a special resonance with the Sabian symbol because it is one of mine. But this also speaks to the energy around this new moon of being quite mystical. It's Pisces, being quite magical even, but we have to watch the potential to have our head in the clouds. We have to make sure that we are, metaphorically speaking, guiding our own vehicle through these energies, and that we are seeing things for what they truly are and not through the haze or the clouds of Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, the fog. We want to try and land the energy even in foggy conditions, land the airplane in foggy conditions. In fact, I often use that very analogy when talking about Neptune energy. When we're dealing with Neptune, it's as if we are trying to land an airplane in the fog. Eventually, we will get the clearance and we will land, but we have to wait until we can see more clearly, until those patches of fog begin to lift, begin to separate. So there is this element of hope attached to this new moon. We see what's possible. We see what's before us. We know we need to leave certain things behind in order to move us towards exactly where we would like to be, or at least closer to where we want to be. So there's a strong air of possibility surrounding this new moon. So let's hold on to that. Let's get to the chart. The Pisces new moon. I have this set for New York. You can obviously change this to your location if you're looking at the chart. We see the sun and the moon here aligned at 9 degrees and 40 minutes of Pisces. This is how we have a new moon. We have quite the Pisces party going on here, the Pisces posse. We've got the sun and the moon in Pisces. We've got Saturn here at 20 degrees of Pisces, aligned with Mercury at 24 degrees of Pisces, the North Node at 27, aligned with Neptune at 28 degrees of Pisces. So we've got quite a bit of Pisces here. We have fixed star Scat tightly aligned with the new moon, which we'll talk about, and we have asteroid Ceres here. A lot of Piscean energy. On the positive side, compassion is activated, empathy is activated, hope and faith is activated. Prayer, meditation, spiritual practices, spirituality, and connection to the divine in general are all very enhanced right now. This is a wonderful time to strengthen or begin a new meditation practice, to work on your own spiritual well-being, your own spiritual health, which is just as important, if not more so, than the physical. It's all connected, mind, body, spirit, and Pisces energy reminds us of that. Mind, body, spirit, it is all connected. We are all connected. We are all energetic beings. We are all souls here having a human experience. This is really the new moon where we dare to dream. If you are a creative individual, which we all are, but for those that might be writers or poets, artists, musicians, wonderful new moon for that energy. It's great to just tune out and tune in. Tune into self. Trust the intuition. The ruler of Pisces is Jupiter. Jupiter is the traditional ruler of Pisces, and Neptune is also the ruler of Pisces. Neptune is the modern day ruler of Pisces. We see here that Jupiter, as the ruler of this new moon, is over here at 12 degrees of Gemini. Now, Jupiter is in what we call a square to this new moon. I do not feel that we really can have bad Jupiter energy unless we move to the dark side of it, which is the side of greed and gluttony and overdoing things, overinflation. Jupiter in general tends to carry with it more of a benevolent, beneficial energy. But of course, there's always the potential to overdo it. So in this case, we just want to make sure that we are also staying in reality. We are keeping our feet planted on the ground while we dream, and that we have a container for our dreams. We have a vessel. We have somewhere to ground those dreams. Saturn in Pisces will help us with that a little bit. It's the concretization of the fantasy, of the hopes, of the wishes, of the dreams. So even though the ruler of the new moon, which is Jupiter, is in a tense aspect to this new moon, it's still nice. There's still a confident, enthusiastic energy attached to it, especially when we are operating out of the higher vibration of the Pisces energy. The lower vibration of the Pisces energy can be tending towards addictive behaviors and tendencies, again, numbing out so that we can check out, and numbing out not in the best ways. It's also being connected to our own motivations, our own intuition, and watching out for lending more towards fear and or paranoia, because that can keep us stuck. We can stay in a space of inaction due to fear of the unknown. Pisces asks us to have faith, to hold on to faith. It's about trusting in something greater outside of ourselves, in something that we don't necessarily see. This is not an easy task for everyone. So this new moon is going to be very supportive of pulling us more in that direction, especially if you have a harder time believing. No judgment there. We're all hardwired differently. We have Venus here at 10 degrees of Aries, getting ready to station retrograde. We've got Mars over here at 17 of Cancer, now direct as of February 23rd. Venus is in a square to Mars. So some relationship dynamics could really crop up. And this could have to do with your own relationship to yourself, to your own masculine and your own feminine energies, about the balance and the equality within your relationships, or one relationship in particular. This could have to do with your work life, your home life, work life balance. This will feel different for everyone based on your own unique astrological makeup and your own personal situation, of course. Now, the Mars-Venus square can also bring a lot of positive spice to a relationship, to a situation, to the dynamics. It's all relative. With Neptune here, our other ruler of Pisces, our modern day ruler, Neptune is at 28 degrees of Pisces, tightly aligned with the North Node. This tells us that anything and everything is possible when we allow ourselves to dream, when we allow ourselves to follow our faith. But Neptune also reminds us to check ourselves. Is this all a dream? Is this an illusion? Am I being deluded? Am I being deceived by someone else or by myself, of myself? Is this my faith, or is this simply just a fantasy? Am I willing to pull it down into reality? Can I do so? These are all questions that are going to be coming up around this new moon. It can feel slightly confusing, even though it will feel very mystical and in some ways even magical. That's the energy of Pisces with all this Pisces. It's not super grounding, just know that. So you're probably going to have to do a little bit of extra grounding work, especially if you are strongly mutable, which is Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, or Sagittarius. And also those with strong Leo energy might struggle a little bit to stay grounded under this new moon. But it's still a really positive new moon. Ask yourself, wherever you may be and whatever it is that you're doing and working on, is this spiritually gratifying for me? Do I feel that this is bringing me more authentically into a sense of self? Do I feel content? Do I feel purposeful with what it is that I'm doing in my life right now, with where I am? Again, remember that Eight of Cups energy, walking away, even if it's only emotionally and not physically yet, but walking away and being willing and ready to leave the past behind of that which is not serving us emotionally. And not falling prey to staying in a victim mentality. Knowing that we have the power, that you have the power to move yourself along how and where you need to. Speaking of Neptune, Neptune entered Pisces in 2011, has been in Pisces since 2011, and will shift into Aries soon, but then we'll come back into Pisces and will not officially be in Aries for good until 2026. But for those that are born under the millennial times and the Gen Z generation, think of this new moon as really defining a new era because you've been living under the Neptune in Pisces energy. So the shift of Neptune into Aries is going to be like a whole new world to be experienced. This new moon can help you really grow spiritually, think of things a different way, take off the rose-colored glasses, where and how you need to. And I also feel, dare I say, that this new moon is like a blessing from the universe. It's protection for all of us, for the collective. So really think about what brings you closer to your most authentic self. When we talk about spirituality and being spiritual, that simply means being authentic to your spirit, being true to your spirit. We are all spiritual beings, each and every single one of us walking this earth. Try and find a faith-based practice, whatever that is. That's why I'll often say the universe or the divine, because I know there's many different belief systems, and who am I to tell anybody what to believe in, right? We all have our own beliefs, and that's perfectly okay, which is a really strong message of Pisces energy. Pisces encourages us to find a faith, to find a faith-based practice that resonates with your soul, with your spirit. Whether that's prayer, whether that's meditation, whether that's Buddha, whether that's God, the universe, however you look at that. It's about believing in something greater outside of yourself, something that you can pull into, something that you can believe in, somewhere where you can go that brings you back to center, that brings you back to soul, that brings you back to self. Very strong message around this new moon. We also have fixed star Scat right here, very tightly aligned with this new moon. Fixed star Scat sits in the shin of the constellation of Aquarius, the shin of the water bearer. Scat carries the energy of Venus with it. We could see a lot of people receiving some type of recognition or fame under this new moon, but it could be good fame or not so good fame. And I think that this will definitely be seen on the world stage, for sure. Lots of reveals, a lot of what has been hidden coming to light. It feels very Plutonian, even though we don't really have a whole lot of Pluto activations here around this new moon. There is a little bit of that energy underneath the surface by way of reveals. We do have Mercury lined up with Saturn, and Mercury in Pisces can be very slippery. Mercury in Pisces is not as confident with the delivery of information, but it also is extremely intuitive. So it's going to be interesting to see what might come out in the news about where maybe we, the public, the people, have been deceived in some capacity or thought that someone or something was one way and we're finding out a completely different tune. We'll see. The new moon conjunct fixed star Scat can definitely bring forth relationship news for better or worse, fame and fortune for better or worse. Scat also adds hope to this new moon, which is already feeling pretty hopeful. Now, I've talked about this in previous readings, but we have a lot of water energy right now as we're under all of this Pisces. A lot of water. We have Uranus at 23 degrees of Taurus in a sextile to Mercury and the North Node, and Neptune and Saturn. And so yes, it's a soft aspect, but still I am going to say we're going to likely see an increase and an uptick, unfortunately, with flooding situations. Just this past weekend, there was some serious flooding in both Tennessee and Kentucky. Hopefully everyone is okay. But heavy rains are definitely a strong theme over these next few months, and especially active these next few weeks surrounding this new moon. Positively speaking, all planets are direct right now. As of February 24th through March 1st, until Venus stations retrograde, all planets are direct. So this is a great time if you're looking to launch something, if you're looking to communicate a truth that you've been avoiding, something that you might have been sitting on that felt like it wasn't time. Just pay attention to how you feel. Very intuitive time we're under right now with all this Pisces energy, right? Pay attention to how you feel. And if it feels like you're getting a green light, then move forward. It's just a nice energy to be aware of. All planets are direct. Not a big deal if you have nothing to launch, or if it doesn't even ping you, that's fine. I just want to let you know that all planets are direct from February 24th to March 1st. Now let's quickly go over where this new moon will fall for you by your rising sign. You always want to follow your rising sign for most accuracy. You can, of course, follow your sun sign and your moon if you choose to, but I highly suggest you follow the rising sign as it will resonate most accurately. Since this is a Pisces new moon, I am going to give Pisces the floor and go backwards. So if you are a Pisces rising, this is going to feel very personal. This is a new moon taking place in your first house. This is the house of self. This is your very being. This is your essence. This is your energy. So this is a great new moon for you really to think about how you want to put your energy out into the universe, how you might want to change your look, change your body, change your diet, change your mind, change anything. But you're going to be questioning yourself under this new moon about your own unique energetic blueprint. How am I putting my energy out into the world? Am I feeling that I'm being received the way that I would like to be? So there's a lot of refinement going on for you. We all get one new moon a year, Pisces, and this one is it for you. And I just want to stress, as I've said 50 times throughout this video, that it is a really nice new moon. So definitely set some intentions under this new moon and believe in magic. Aquarius rising, this new moon will take place in your second house. So this could pull a lot of focus for you onto your own financial situation, your financial standing, your value, what you place value on, what feels like home to you, what feels safe to you. But mainly I feel like this new moon is going to be a new beginning for you with a financial situation or endeavor, maybe some new investments, could be a new relationship for some of you. But finances will feature strongly here. Capricorn rising, this new moon is all about communication and expression. This could pull a lot of focus onto family dynamics, particularly with siblings or those that could present as such for you. You might find that this has something to do with your community, your neighborhood. New beginnings here. Are you hosting a charity event? Are you hosting a function? Are you reconnecting with close family members, colleagues, etc.? And if you like to write, this is a really nice energy for writing projects, publishing, podcasting, anything involving the communication fields and your own personal expression. Working with your throat chakra is going to be really big for you around this new moon. Clearing your throat chakra, expressing yourself more authentically, even if that means leaving something behind. Sagittarius rising, this will take place in your fourth house. So this could feel quite personal for you this new moon. You could be thinking about an emotional situation. You could be very connected to family dynamics, family situations from the past, feeling very nostalgic. For others of you, this could involve a move or some sort of new beginning with real estate, searching for a new home, buying and selling. This will be an active new moon for you, so set your intentions. Even if it feels a little stressful, it's active. For Scorpio, you could be in the process of getting ready to launch a new creative project, hiring somebody new, working with somebody new. Collaborating is a big word for you under this new moon. And if this isn't about you, this could be about a child in your life. Maybe it's one of your children, a child's connected to you. And this could also be about you finding your inner child again, finding some more fun, finding hobbies that light you up and bring more passion into your life. This is a very strong intuitive new moon for you as well. So practicing with tarot cards, leaning into astrology, all of that could be very beneficial for you. Libra, this new moon could have you feeling a little bit tired, but at the same time, you're feeling very hopeful for setting yourself up for new routines, getting rid of habits that are no longer serving you, relationships that are just not working for your everyday life, changing things up. Perhaps a new health routine, looking to do things a different way for more positive results, and leaning more into your spiritual side more than ever. Remember, intuition is not logical. Strong reminders of that around this new moon for you as you set your new intentions for the coming year, and feeling more divinely protected than ever as you change your habits and routines, or refine them, I should say. Virgo, this new moon is going to have you feeling like you're a little bit in the spotlight, even if you don't want to be. And being in that spotlight could have to do with being in the spotlight of a relationship dynamic or issue. For some of you, a new relationship could be coming into your life. You could be ending one and going into another. This could be a business partnership. This doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be platonic, but new relationships are on the horizon for you. As a South Node in your sign, there's a strong reminder here that you must let go to grow and you must let go of control. Leo, this new moon could have you really concerned with some financial matters. You could be dabbling with some new investments, real estate investments, investing in gold, for example. Investments in general could be a strong focus for you under this new moon, setting intentions towards new investments. While for others of you, intimacy could feature strongly around this new moon. What is your relationship like to self? Do you allow yourself to truly be intimate and vulnerable with others, or do you only allow them to be vulnerable with you? Think about that. This is a positive, powerful new moon for deepening intimate bonds and for financial investments. Cancer, the courses you've been wanting to take, the class you've been wanting to try, whether that's pottery, whether that's baking, whether that's that astrology course, whether you want to go back to school or look into doing some online training. This is a really great new moon for you for setting intentions about where you'd like to go next, how you want to grow yourself, forward yourself along on your journey. And also, this is a fabulous new moon for speaking truth, for speaking your voice, for communicating. And even if you have to leave something behind by doing this, it's powerfully positive and gratifying for you. It's great for the new that you'd like to enlist in your life. Gemini, you could find some wonderful new opportunities for public growth, career changes for the better, and even if disruptive, they're going to be for the better in the long term. For those of you that are looking for a new job, this is a great time to put your resume out there, a great time to put your energy out there, a great time to be out there in general. It could feel a little stressful, and you might actually want to shy away from being out there, and you might actually want to shy away from the new, but the new is coming. So even with some stress, it's going to be positive for you in the outcome. Taurus, you could be forming some really nice new connections under this new moon energy, new friendships, or deepening bonds in existing friendships and groups that you're a part of. This also includes online communities, as it's the 11th house. This is all about your hopes and dreams for the future, your aspirations. So this is a great new moon for you to really sit down and do a nice meditation, do some journaling. For every sign, this is good, but especially for you because there's a lot of magic surrounding your future here. If you believe it, you can achieve it. And some of you might actually be getting a new pet. Aries, last but not least, I know you're used to going first. Last but not least, this new moon is taking place in your 12th house of behind the scenes life. This is the house of Pisces. So there's a very strong connection to what is unseen right now, to going inward and trusting your intuition, for allowing yourself to go into meditative spaces, connecting to your intuition and to your soul at a much deeper level, taking some time to sit with self, to be alone, to pull back and to really reassess where you are in your life right now as your season is coming up. And we're going to have a new moon, and it's an eclipse at the end of March. So think of this as a setup for you to spend quality time with self, getting ready to launch yourself into the next year, feeling more positively connected to self and more rejuvenated of the spirit. This will definitely feel like a little bit more of a quieter energy, but it's also very transcendent and powerful for you. There is the reading for this new moon in Pisces. Be sure to set some intentions, as I really do like this new moon. It's the final new moon of the cycle. Our next new moon is an eclipse in the sign of Aries. It's going to carry with it a little bit of a different flavor, a little bit more of a chaotic, electrifying kind of an energy. So look at this new moon as a time to really sit with self, connect, meditate, pray, have faith, believe in something greater outside of yourself. Believe in the magic of what's possible. Okay, I'll stop it there. Again, you can find all of my links in the description box below, and I'll be back soon. Take care. Hello, everyone. Warm wishes for a happy and healthy 2025. I am so excited to be here with all of you, all of my beautiful subscribers, and to continue to put out supportive content. I will continue to give you astrological and intuitive updates. My channel will not be changing. I will be doing new moon and full moon readings along with some insights through the signs, monthly astrological and energetic updates, astrology updates overall, and some more how-to videos, readings on current events, etc. None of that will change. That will all still be here on my channel, but I am excited to roll out a few new options for 2025. Here on YouTube, I now have a membership. That membership is $7.99 a month. You do not have to join the membership, but you can if you want to. And with that that membership encompasses is obviously all of the general free content that is out there and will continue to be out there, but with more exclusive content. So every Sunday, I go live and I give the astrological and energetic forecast for the upcoming week. And we have some spiritual chit chat there. There's a live chat. Now that is going to be sent to you with the YouTube membership by recording. If you wanted to be a part of the live stream, I have another subscription, which is based on Substack, which is where I have my newsletter and where I am the most interactive. And that will also be linked in the description box below if you're interested in that. But the Substack membership is $10 a month, okay, to be transparent, or $100 per year. And every Sunday, I do go live and I give the astrological and energetic update and forecast. And it's, like I said, it's interactive and I answer questions. And then monthly, I do a live Zoom where I go into more details for each month, readings through the signs. And in those monthly lives, there's also the opportunity to be read, both astrologically and psychically, combination of the two. That is with my Substack subscription. That is with my newsletter subscription, to be clear. The YouTube subscription, the one that is $7.99 a month, you will get the recordings of everything that I do on my Substack newsletter. To join the YouTube subscription, all you have to do is go right to my homepage and just click join. And once again, thank you to all of my amazing subscribers. I'm so thankful and grateful to each and every one of you. I'm also grateful that I get to provide this content, and I really hope that it supports you on your spiritual journey.